Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Charles Sebastian, and welcome you guys to another episode of the Dreamers Pro Show. We cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, entertainment, and we give you guys a fresh perspective on things and how we see them. And today we got a hell of a show in store for you guys. Before we get into it, please make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel. Now, today's show is going to be a little bit different than things that we've usually discussed on this channel. As you guys know, the 2024 Olympics is underway in Paris, France, right? And usually whenever the Olympics come around, it's a very, 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 very big deal. It draws the attention of sports fans from all over the world because of the fact that, you know, it's a nationalistic sport. You have countries representing, you know, players representing their countries. You also have the fact that you have a lot of exciting events like the 100-meter dash, the 200-meter dash. You have the swimming events. You have the NBA events. You have the gymnastic events. So there's so many different things. And if you turn on the TV, there's always something happening every single second. If you go turn on the TV right now, there's some event taking place. So there's a lot of excitement that comes with the Olympics. But for this particular Olympics, they did something that pissed off a lot of people. As you guys know, usually the opening ceremonies draws a lot of attention. Millions and millions of people tune in to watch it. So you have this big platform where you have all of these people's attention all over the world watching it, and you put on the show. But with this particular opening ceremony, it has drawn a lot of criticism for the anti-Christian imagery that was on display during the opening ceremony. Now, first of all, let me say this, give you guys some background. Number one, I'm a Christian, Pentecostal Christian. So I've been kind of studying the way the world has been moving and in the direction the world has been moving in probably since 2011. And you have seen, at least I have seen it, there's been this well thought out strategy to try to destroy Christianity in the world. And it's being done through movies, through films, through music, in some cases through various politicians and various public figures. And there's a real attack on Christianity. And, you know, it surprises me because for as many Christians as there are in the world, we're talking about billions, I'm surprised at how so many different people can openly disrespect Christians and nothing happens. There are no ramifications. There's no real pushback at all. And I think the fact that Christians have not been pushing back on this stuff is one of the reasons why we find ourselves in the predicament that we're in. Now, some of you are like, okay, well, can you get to the meat of the story? Absolutely. Now, there were a bunch of different news websites that were discussing this, but I want to actually focus on a website a website, Fox News, where they were actually discussing this. So I want to get into this article here. So the article starts off with the headline, U.S. and world leaders denounce Paris Olympics opening ceremony mocking of the Last Supper. It continues on. Several U.S. and world lawmakers are denouncing the 2024 Paris Olympics opening ceremony after drag queens and artists made a spectacle of the Leonardo da Vinci painting, The Last Supper, which depicts the last meal Jesus had with his disciples. Last night's mockery of the Last Supper was shocking and insulting to Christian people around the world who watched the opening ceremony of the Olympic Games. House Speaker Mike Johnson said in a post on X, "The war on our faith and traditional values knows no bounds today, but we know the truth and the virtue will always prevail." He then referred to the Bible verse John 1 verse 15, which reads, "The light shines in the darkness and the darkness has never overcome it." Republican Marjorie Taylor also used a social media platform to voice her opposition to the ceremony and the people running the show. She said, "The French Olympic Committee has been hard at work taking down videos of their satanic, trans, and the occult opening ceremonies claiming copyright laws," she wrote. "It's our First Amendment right to share these videos and are outright over the anti-Christian Olympic opening ceremonies." Italy's Deputy Prime Minister Matteo Salvini posted a picture of the drag queens over another picture of the Last Supper, criticizing the act. Opening the Olympics by insulting billions of Christians around the world was a really bad start. Dear French, he wrote, seedy. So other people started chiming in. There's another article here from the Guardian, and it says Paris Olympic organizers apologize to Christians for unintentional Last Supper parody. It continues on. The organizing committee of Paris 2024 has apologized to Catholics and other Christian groups who were outraged by a scene during the opening ceremony that evoked Leonardo da Vinci's The Last Supper painting with drag queens, a transgender model, and a singer made up as the Greek god of wine. The unintended parody of the biblical scene performed against the backdrop of the river scene was actually intended to interpret Dionysus and raise awareness of the absurdity of violence between human beings, organizers wrote on X. The committee was forced to apologize after the performance caused outrage among Catholic, Christian groups, and conservative politicians around the world. Clearly, there was never an intention to show disrespect to any religious group. And then it continues on to say, we believe this ambition was achieved. If people have taken any offense, we are really sorry. And then some other people, spoke about it. Even CNN spoke about it as well. Now, here's the irony in all of this. With all of this taking place, this ended up being one of the most viewed Olympics that we've had since the 2012 Summer Games. I want to quickly read from a Variety.com website. It says Paris Olympics opening ceremony delivers 28.6 million viewers for NBC Universal, most watched for Summer Games since 2012. It continues on. The watery spectacle of Friday's opening ceremony of the 2024 Paris Games delivered 28.6 million viewers for NBC Universal platforms, making it the most watched kickoff for a Summer Olympics since London in 2012. Last night's opening ceremony one of the most ambitious and complex in Olympic history, was a spectacle for those in attendance in Paris, delivered a huge audience across NBCU platforms, and set records for Peacock, said NBC Sports Business Rick. Thanks to the tireless efforts of our production and engineering teams and extensive promotion, we are off to a strong start that this line with the expectations of our NBC stations and distribution and advertising partners. We are in great position as we look forward to the next 2 weeks of competition. So you heard what all of these different articles said. I got tongue twisted along the way. What are my thoughts about all of this? My thoughts are the following. As I said at the beginning of the show, I'm going to say it now. None of this surprises me. None of this surprises me whatsoever. Because it's the world that we live in today, right? It's the world that we live in today where, everything and anything goes. Everything and anything goes. People rarely have a line in the sand, and the things that are used to be viewed as backward are now acceptable today. This is the world that we live in, where people now can just say anything about Christians and it's no problem whatsoever. And as a matter of fact, if you say you're a Christian these days, some people look at you like, really? You're a Christian? Like, you still believe in that stuff? It's like, yeah, so what do you believe in? You found a way to kind of question what I believe. Fantastic, no problem. You have the right to ask your question and raise your questions as you please. But the question is, what do you believe in? And I just find it hilarious that people that don't believe in anything go around telling people what do they believe in. It's crazy to me, right? It's crazy to me. Some people cannot fathom the concept of faith, which is just, I feel sorry for you. And I'm not here to insult anybody, but if you don't have any faith, man, life can be tough at times. How are you going to figure it out when you relying all on yourself? Well, I guess so. But to me, look, this doesn't surprise me. I'm happy that these voices spoke up against it. There should be some pushback. It is not okay for this to take place. If it was another religion, best to believe people would be up in arms talking about it. And it's important that I say this as well. Every group claims that they have a right to defend what it is they believe. So if you feel a type of way of Christians stepping up to the lectern and saying, hey, look, this is wrong, then you're part of the problem. Because it seems like there are only certain groups out there that should be able to express their views or displeasure in whatever it is that they're seeing. But if Christians do it, all of a sudden, oh, here they come again. No, something is wrong about it. And I'm glad that people are speaking up against it because it was offensive. But to me, I wasn't shocked because we see this go on all the day, whether it's overt or covert. We see it. It's crazy. I just had a daughter and, as a parent now, when you turn into a parent, the way you view the world is totally different. So yeah, man, it's absolutely crazy. So any parents watching this show, and if you have kids, man, you better be vigilant. you better be vigilant because these people are not playing, and you need to be very, very serious, and people need to say something about this. These are my thoughts. Whatever you guys think, please leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section. We catch you guys on the next show. Peace.